Hey there, Bears fans! Welcome back to our channel. We're here to discuss the exciting Bears Training Camp 2024, and today we'll be focusing on the lessons learned from the first full week. So, let's dive right in. The first lesson we learned is that the Bears are a team with a lot of depth. They've got a strong roster, and it's evident that they're not afraid to push their players to the limit. Another lesson we picked up is that the Bears are a team that's not afraid to take risks. They're willing to try new things and experiment with different strategies, which is a great quality to have.
The Chicago Bears' first full week of training camp is now complete. At Hollis Hall, they participated in 2 padded workouts and 5 non-padded practices. First training camp action during an entertaining opening week featuring spectacular throws hinting at an exciting future. It was also a statement week for the Bears defense, which aims to become one of the best in the NFL. Chicago's future is undoubtedly bright, but there are still some unanswered questions before their Pro Football Hall of Fame game after the first full week of training. The following are some key insights from the Bears training camp. The defense comes first. Between 5 non-padded and 2 padded workouts, the defense has dominated the offense through the first 7 practices. Considering that the defense is in its 3rd season under coach Matt Eberflus and the offense is learning a new scheme under Shane Waldron, it's hardly shocking. Additionally, this defense has the capacity to rank among the league's top 10 or perhaps top 5 teams. The defense has often prevailed during team periods, including the 2-minute drill, even though the offense has had its moments. In padded workouts, the defensive line has particularly stood out, overwhelming the offensive line and applying constant pressure to quarterback Caleb Williams. During their practice on Saturday, the defensive backs even increased their takeaways. In the end, playing against a strong defense will only benefit an offense led by Williams, gifted rookie quarterback, and its plenty of playmakers. Caleb Williams receiving positive feedback. Even though Williams hasn't been flawless through the first 7 practices of training camp, it's evident from the media that the Bears' pocket presence is one of his most notable game elements. Sometimes the defensive front has overwhelmed the offensive line, and Williams has managed to avoid pressure and break free of the pocket to make some spectacular throws. Even if it's just practice, some of the plays he's made, as reported by the media and posted on the team's social media accounts, have shown off his exceptional abilities. Williams is also coming into his own as a leader. One example of this was intervening to stop defensive end DeMarcus Walker and tight end Gerald Everett from fighting. According to offensive tackle Ryan Bates, that jump from OTAs to now, there was just a huge step forward for him. Being vocal, doing a great job with his cadence, getting everybody on the same page, the play calls, because it's a lot different than what he was doing in college, and he's embracing it wholeheartedly, and he's kicking ass, he really is. That offensive line is still a worry. If you've heard this one before, stop me. However, going into the regular season, there are concerns about the Bears' offensive line. The defensive line has controlled the offensive line and applied steady pressure on Williams over the first 2 padded practices. Even if the inexperienced quarterback has made plays in spite, for what it's worth, following an injury during the off-season program, left lineman Braxton Jones has been working out more. However, Williams' pass protection will be crucial to his performance as a rookie, so it's definitely a concern. Then there are the inquiries along the interior, one of which involves Ryan Bates and Coleman Shelton facing off in the center. The fact that Bates and Shelton alternate at center for the starting offense is evidence that the team will bring the center competition into training camp, as stated by Eberflus last week. The health of right guard Nate Davis, who was injured on Saturday and is labeled as day-to-day, is another important consideration. Chicago has moved Bates to right guard in his absence, and Shelton starts at center. The Bears added 2 flexible inside linemen this offseason because Davis' availability has been his biggest problem. In this league, availability is crucial, according to Eberflus. You must be accessible for practice. Additionally, you must be able to endure hardship in order to perform harder during training camp. Being able to callous yourself like that is all part of getting ready for the first part of the season. That's your personal duty to the football team, and what happens if you're not out there? That is not the case. During the first complete week of training camp, a few players have emerged as early standouts. On offense, second-year receiver Tyler Scott has emerged as Williams' go-to target. Former fourth-round pick Scott has made some spectacular receptions with the starting offense, displaying his ability to make plays in a receiver room full of talent. Keenan Allen and Rome Odunze, all of whom have made plays this summer, won't receive the same attention or focus. Scott is quietly stepping into a larger position as the regular season draws near. When asked about his comfort level, Scott remarked, "The game just feels so much slower for me. I can raise my head to observe what's above and below me. I am able to expect. That is the main concern. I am able to predict when I will most likely get the ball and when I might not. Therefore, it seems to me that as a player, once you related video, Back Together Weekend, NFL, with Montez Sweat discussing the Bears' expectations at the start of the Caleb era with Dales and Ross.
Down with Montez Sweat to talk about expectations for the season.
What a distinct pleasure to be welcomed right now alongside my guy, Mark Ross. Montez Sweat, Pro Bowler Montez Sweat, edge rusher for the Chicago Bears, fresh off the practice field. Tez, okay. The Tez effect is in full effect already.
Oh, man.
Flus is having to pull you back out there, dude.
Yeah.
Is that accurate? He's actually having to pull you back a little bit because you're so ready to go.
I mean, we're just out there competing. I'm making the man across me better, man. I'm holding the man beside me accountable. So that's a part of training camp. We're just getting better every day.
You know that golden rule, though.
What's that?
Don't touch that QB now.
Yeah, I kind of got a little antsy there, and the practice was running a little long. I kind of wanted to wrap it up a little bit. Nah, but nah, yeah, man. Nah, it was just a little antsy. We talked to finish at the top of our rush and reach, so it just happened. It's not gonna happen again.
I'm sure it won't. So Tez, last year, week 9, you came here. This year, you've been through the whole off season, training camp start. How different is it for you, feeling now? Okay, I'm a legitimate Bear, as opposed to you just jumped in there towards the end.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is I get to learn the playbook from the ground up. In training camp, you go from scratch. So just not coming in trying to learn the whole defense in the middle of the year, I think that's going to make a big difference for me.
It's incredible, though, when I think back to last season. You're the first player in NFL history to lead 2 franchises in sacks. You had 12 and a half. You were just literally a monster, Tez, across the board. What makes you so special in terms of being able to adapt to 2 different schemes, for instance, and become a leader almost instantaneously?
I think of myself as a selfless player and hungry at the same time, and I want to ball just as much as the man next to me. I want the person next to me to ball as much as I do. So I think football, everybody has to be on the same accord. So I just think I'm a selfless player.
Speaking of you going to be the focal point, of course, but talk about some of the young guys on the line with you, the rookie Booker, Dexter, the second-year guy, and how important it is for the whole defense, but for you also not to get those double teams all game.
Yeah, it's very important for you to have another threat on the other side of the ball, and I think Book can definitely bring that. We also got another vet in DeMarcus Walker, but yeah, Book, he's looking real good. I mean, I said it before he even got on the field that he has the whole makeup from the size to the length. He reminds me of myself a little bit, but I told him yesterday that as a rookie, he's light years ahead of where I was as a rookie. So I'm expecting big things from him. And Javon, man, he's a great 3-tech, man. He's big and fast for a big dude too. So we're looking forward to big things from him too.
It's been really cool actually to watch those guys like shadowing you everywhere. They're kind of obsessed with you, but it's a good you're a good guy to be obsessed with if you're a teammate. But one of the things that I found interesting, Tez, is just Eric Washington's new, right? Flus put his imprint, head coach Matt Eberflus, on the defense last year, but Eric's new. He's a D-line guy, right? You're going to move all over the place.
Right.
Take us into that process for you. I see a smile on your face right now.
I mean, right now we just putting the training wheels on, just going through the basics of training camp, but I'm sure as we get more into the install, we're going to start getting to those nice pressures and the plays where I can move around a little bit, man. But I like Eric Washington. He's a D-line guy, and I get it's good pub around here from the league, from the D-line community. So I'm looking forward to a great year.
All right, Tez, we know we can't go more than a minute or so without talking about the first pick in the draft, the quarterback, the future of the Chicago Bears.
I know
Caleb
that's right.
Williams, so
Yes,
you
sir.
already know what time it is. So talk about what you've seen from him so far, and just not only on the field, but how he carries himself.
Yeah, he's a humble kid, but you see the leadership abilities. And one thing I've noticed, he's not really thrown off by like maybe a bad play or a bad vibe or anything like that. And I think that's important for a QB to be able to let the last play go and go ahead and that's Jalen Johnson right there, another Pro Bowler. But yeah,
Wait, that's a nice ride, man.
right. But yeah, man, he deserves, he possesses all those QB assets that you want to do.
We just hear the word expectations. We toss it around all over the place. But
I hate the word. I hate it honestly.
Why?
Because I mean, the media always puts these expectations and standards on teams, and sometimes guys fall victim to that. But really, it doesn't. I don't think that really matters. You have to stack every day and get better every single day, and you know what I'm saying. The next game is what it's gonna be. You can't look too far ahead.
Yeah, let's throw that word in the garbage then. Expectations. I'm looking at your roster. Y'all got 9 starters back on the defense. You were pretty damn good last year. And then that offense, look across the field, man, with D Swift and Rome and Keenan Allen and DJ Moore. I mean, Cole Kmet. What's it like to have a complete team like this right now?
It's fun. I mean, you see all these great players around that you really watch across your career of the league. So, I mean, it's good to be around these guys, man. I'm developing new relationships with them and stuff like that. But like I said, it's all on paper. We still got to go out there on the field and do what we need to do in order to get where we want to go.
And one quick thing before we wrap up. How is the defense going to improve this year? What's going to be that one thing that's different?
I don't know. We're going to have to see. I mean, you just want to be as fast as possible. Everybody to the ball. I mean, we was talking about a couple days ago was interceptions. I believe we was like top 3 in the league last year.
Yes.
And the record here is like 10. So our goal is to get 11. And I want to help them with that.
Outstanding. Montez Sweat, he's in the top 100 for a reason and going all the way up. We appreciate you being with us, bud.
Thank y'all.
Finally, we learned that the Bears are a team that's committed to improving. They're constantly working to get better, and that's something we can all appreciate. Thanks for joining us today, Bears fans. Don't forget to follow and subscribe for more exciting Bears updates. Until next time, keep supporting your favorite team.